I'm good. So, I'm back. For those of you who don't know me, I am M.Geezerbub. That's the name of my channel. My real name is Mario. Call me whichever you like. And I'd like to come on here just to do something so simple. You know what I mean? So just maybe I could be somebody's wake up call, or maybe I could just offer a little bit of wisdom for whoever cares to listen. And I like to do that because despite lack of views, despite the fact that conventional wisdom is not exactly in demand, it's still more important than most people realize. It's still something that not a lot of people prioritize. I like to say, I'm not going to say lack. They don't lack it. They just don't prioritize it, and I do. I like to come online and make that priority clear of conventional wisdom. Anything that helps fight with depression, anxiety, anything that makes life a little better, a little more peaceful for you. Because the need to practice wisdom, I like to think that it comes for you whether you like it or not. At some point in your life, things happen that declare that lack of wisdom is there. You know what I mean? You get reminders, whether you like it or not, that you could be doing this or you could be doing that. Anything wiser that would help you and those around you a little more. You know what I mean? The wake up call shows up no matter what. It's just some people just don't take the call. Anyway, this episode I want to talk to you about something that I think needs a bit of a call or a bit of a, shout out of its existence. Judgment. We're going to talk about judgment. Now, let's first cover what natural judgment is. Natural responsive judgment. The kind of judgment that you will place upon another person, not against them, but you're just doing it because you need to assess initial information about that person, especially if it's somebody you just met. You know what I mean? This is normal. This is the kind of judgment that we all do it automatically. The brain just does it whether you want it to or not, simply because you're collecting information about this new person as a form of defense, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You're just collecting that information and you're just using it to be like, okay, I know a little more about this person now, which is how I want it. I think the problem in negative judgment is that we like to go overboard a lot. It is a very common human habit, and when it's out of control, we do it to such a degree that we overthink our way out of value. Let me explain what I mean by that. What if the person you just met ends up being like a sponsor for something that you're trying to do, or just a friend? Or what if that person that you just judged your way out of ends up being like, oh hey, I met my wife through that guy. You know what I mean? We like to judge so harshly, we forget how deep we go into it. We like to use usually past traumas and past information to try and predict the future in the form of judgment. Like, oh, the last guy was such a dickhead. How is he going to be any better? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Now, this kind of judgment, I think it needs to be fought. It needs to be resisted. I think there are things that we can do against it. Now, I do it so simply. It's gotten to the point where because I've done the judging and I've taken the losses from judging as harshly as anybody else would back in my youth, and you know, it was a habit I knew I needed to let go of, and you can do it too. It's not that hard. Okay. When you meet somebody new, the first thing you need to think about is literally judgment itself. You have to catch yourself in the act and just sort of pause. Always pause. Always stop, pause, consider. Okay? Because you have to wonder, like, what do you think your odds are? What you're thinking about the guy is correct. What do you think the odds are? They are so low, it's stupid. You know what I mean? That's what makes judgment, the negative kind, the kind that we overdo, so stupid. Because it's almost always completely wrong, and yet we assume we're right about that person and we work off of that information. And next thing you know, you just made another enemy, or just a person who could have been something to you that you're never going to know. Okay? And I'm not going to offer like a specific technique. I'm not going to I'm not going to tell you, oh, you can do it by doing this exercise, because judgment, like, we do it so simply, but we also don't do it so simply. The act of not judging a person too harshly, like, there's no technique. You just don't do it. Okay? If there's anything I can offer in the form of technique, then it's just making a habit of pausing. Stop. Okay? Stop and consider. That's it. Now, another thing that might help with that is the fact that the act of judgment of the harsh kind that we're talking about is also a media fueled thing. We do it online all the time, especially when it comes to Facebook ads, dating ads, whatever. Just social information on another person that's available online, and then we like to scroll through that and take a crack at, oh, he's this kind of person, he's that kind of person. I'm going to make those judgments based on that. The media likes to give you the habit of judging in the negative way. Okay, that's another habit worth losing. Okay, the media is just entertainment. It is not a correct thing. Okay, if it helps, learn this. Learn that the media is just, it's just there to make your life a little less hectic, to put a smile on your face, to catch a funny cat video online. Doesn't matter. It's just entertainment. Nobody said that you have to regard it as completely true. Okay? You don't need to believe everything everyone says on TV. You don't need to do the same with the internet either. Okay? So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little talk. And you can subscribe, you can like, or you can just have seen the video. Doesn't matter to me. If there's even one person who sees this and gains from it, it was worth it. So, do me a favor, keep fighting the good fight, and win, most importantly. Good luck out.